Hi, it's Nick Sanger again with the Literary Compass Book Talk. Please see our blog at literarycompass.blogspot.com for more book suggestions and general essays that will help you in your search for great books and great literature, and also hopefully on your spiritual quest as well. Well, I'm here talking to you about books for Lent. Last time we talked about Thomas à Kempis's Imitation of Christ. And my intention with that was to give you some tool that you could use to help you with your prayer during Lent. Now, of course, the three great actions of Lent in the Catholic Church are praying, fasting, and almsgiving. So today what I'd like to do is share with you a couple of books that may help you with the idea of almsgiving. And who better to help us with that than one of our great social justice saints, and that is Mother Teresa of Calcutta. What I have here are two books of hers. One is No Greater Love, which is a collection of her writings, and another is Thirsting for God, which is a collection of her writings arranged around the calendar year so that you can use these as meditations. So first, let me share with you a bit from No Greater Love. This comes from her chapter on poverty and the poor, and it goes like this. Poverty doesn't only consist of being hungry for bread, but rather it is a tremendous hunger for human dignity. We need to love and to be somebody for someone else. This is where we make our mistake and shove people aside. Not only have we denied the poor a piece of bread, but by thinking that they have no worth and leaving them abandoned in the streets, we have denied them the human dignity that is rightfully theirs as children of God. The world today is hungry not only for bread, but hungry for love, hungry to be wanted, to be loved. They're hungry to feel the presence of Christ. In many countries, people have everything except that presence, that understanding. In every country there are poor. On certain continents, poverty is more spiritual than material, a poverty that consists of loneliness, discouragement, and the lack of meaning in life. I've also seen in Europe and America very poor people sleeping on newspapers or rags in the streets. There are those kind of poor in London, Madrid, and Rome. It is too easy simply to talk or concern ourselves with the poor who are far away. It is much harder and perhaps more challenging to turn our attention and concern toward the people who live right next door to us. When I pick up a hungry person from the streets, I give him rice and bread, and I have satisfied that hunger. But a person who is shut out, feels unwanted by society, unloved and terrified, how much more difficult is it to remove that hunger? You in the West have the spiritually poorest of the poor much more than you have the physically poor. Often, among the rich, are very spiritually poor people. I find it easy to give a plate of rice to a hungry person, to furnish a bed to a person who has no bed, but to console or to remove the bitterness, anger, and loneliness that comes from being spiritually deprived, that takes a long time. So that's a little bit of No Greater Love by Mother Teresa. I also recommend that you check out her other book, Thirsting for God, which I said before is a collection of meditations, collections of her words put into meditation form, very short. For instance, here's the one for March 1st. During Lent, she says, free your mind from all that is not Jesus. This will improve your spirit of prayer and recollection. If you find it difficult to pray, then say again and again, Jesus, come into my heart. Pray in me and with me, that I may learn from you how to pray. Praying the rosary as you walk or travel is a beautiful means to constant prayer. So that's just one example of the kinds of meditations you'll find in Thirsting for God. So, again, I hope you are having a blessed and fruitful Lent, and continue to tune in as I do more of these book talks, and we'll see, how far we go with this, and how many books we can get through before Lent is over. Some of the book talks during Lent will be on great books and on literary classics, but I will throw in these so-called spiritual book talks every now and again as well. So, may God bless you, and I'll talk to you later.